finally earning the top spot in the WWE storyline hierarchy is Roman Reigns and the Usos against what is now called the Club. Before we go any further, how do you feel about them being called the Club?
It's so bland.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's just setting up for a name change later, but just the Club is back together. Oh, the Club. Mm-hmm. You really couldn't have gotten much more generic than just being the Club.
Yeah.
Anyone could have thought of that.
Yeah. But
fortunately, that's the worst part of what's going on in this feud. I think they've actually built this thing up.
Yeah, it's really actually good. I can look past the nickname because this feud's actually good.
It's one of those rare cases where the story is actually getting ramped up a little bit with every show.
Yeah.
Got ramped up on Raw, got ramped up on SmackDown, and obviously got ratcheted up on Raw. So we have two actual factions now. You know, I feel like the Usos have a place in this thing. It's not just, we're tagging along with Roman. It feels like they belong in this story now. And something Joe said, I don't remember if he said it on the show or if he said it to us when we were having a beer one time, that wrestling is always better when you have good factions.
Yeah.
And I love that you could have Roman and AJ going at it. You could have the Usos and Anderson and Gallows going at it. I think it makes for a lot of fun with the storytelling. So you seem to agree that this thing has gone in the right direction. You feel good with the way the two main parts of this story are being pushed forward leading into the next pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, because there's so much intensity between these two guys. Even in the backstage segment when AJ was talking about how I got my guys, you got your guys, and the club's back together, AJ had so much intensity because he was so mad that Roman put him through that table. So even in the match, there was intent. Even after the match, and then its qualification, AJ and Roman had their standoff in the ring, and Roman was like, "Come on!" They didn't touch, and just the intensity, the crowd was electrified. They go chanting for Roman and AJ.
Yeah, that was an awful crowd last night, but they were hot for that part of the show.
Yeah, and stuff like that. That's going to get Roman over because those are cool things. Those are badass things you could do. That they want to see out their top face.
And you're letting him do things that the crowd wants to see him do, finally.
Yeah, and it's natural reactions. He's not smiling. He's not touching babies, kissing babies, and something like that. He's not. He's just going out there and being a bad dude, like we always say he needed to be. He's wearing a bulletproof vest. Why is he smiling? Why is he being all jokey? This is how he's supposed to be.
So one of the things I like about this, because it's a babyface versus babyface feud, technically, but it's not traditional in that these guys are now starting to really hate each other.
Yeah.
Like Roman hates him now.
Yeah.
And AJ is starting to hate him too. You saw he didn't want to hit him with the chair last week. And this week it's like he can't wait to do something to him that he's not supposed to do.
Yeah, and then he accepted the help from Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah,
and that's what he was something reluctantly doing the weeks before.
So you're seeing his character grow to like, this guy has his family with him. This guy put me through a table. It's time that I take a step forward and I start, I get one up on him now. So he's ready to take those steps. He's not trying to stay, oh no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Now he's like, okay, well now I have to.
Yeah.
And I think it's good character development. And like you said, him getting more intense, him getting more violent, him showing more hatred towards Roman is only pushing Roman further in that direction, which is what everybody wants to see him do anyway.
Yeah.
And like you said, there were points when it was almost, I don't know for sure, but I thought I heard a dueling AJ Roman chant.
Yeah, it was dueling.
Where it was half the crowd
and
chanting for each of them. And if he gets half the crowd.
Yeah, that's something because he got nothing. You would get nothing.
He had none of the crowd 2 weeks ago and for the last month.
Yeah.
So they're finally starting to get somewhere with him. What did you think of the match itself?
Oh, it wasn't a bad match, but roll-ups. Is that the only way you can get these guys eliminated? Roll-ups.
I know.
But
you got to think of something different to do.
It was an okay match. Last week's was way better, but what the match got to build the intensity between those two.
I thought that this match was really fast paced though, and I liked that you saw a lot of teamwork between both teams. That's what made me feel like, these are like two true groups.
Yeah,
it's not just guys thrown together in a 6-man or guys put in just to give them something to do. These are two groups of 3 who are just trying to take each other out. And I think it's good to see that leads to a lot more intensity, like we said. And I think it's pushing everything in the right direction. And that standoff, I thought it was great because, one, you had the two of them facing off. Neither one of them necessarily was making the first move. And I liked that they kind of showed, because AJ's advantage in this is his quickness, his speed, his athleticism, and that was how he got away. He jumped right past Roman, rolled right out of the ring. It kind of highlighted what his strength is in this matchup. So Roman was highlighted with his power and strength last week. I thought AJ's quickness and speed was highlighted this week. I don't know what they're going to do on SmackDown, obviously, but I do like where this story is heading.
Yeah.
And it's been getting consistently better on every single show.
Yeah, it has.